Good afternoon, Cougars, and all the wonderful people tuning into the broadcast. Welcome to the third place match for the EVHS Battle of the Classes League of Legends tournament. I'm your play-by-play caster, Jason, and these are my two color casters.
My name is Vincent.
And my name's Alvin.
And the teams on the rift today will be juniors versus freshmen. Alvin, if you could please introduce the junior team and their roles.
Yeah, so for the junior team, we have Sean playing top lane, we have Dewey playing jungle, we have Derek playing mid, we have Nathan playing AD carry. Sorry, it seems like there's a change. But we're having Nathan playing the top lane actually today. We have Sean playing the jungle, we have Dewey playing mid, Derek playing AD carry, and Chanton playing support. Sorry about that.
And on the freshman side, we have Arthur in the top lane, Brandon in the jungle, Alan in the mid lane, Thomas as ADC, and Lucy as support.
Yeah, and with that, let's get into Champ Select. We're pretty excited about this match in particular because, these teams, they suffer some losses in both very different ways, but I'm sure they're both looking for some nice redemption right now for their classes. Let's get into the bans. We see that the juniors are looking for their first ban. What's it gonna be? Taking the sweet time. They're banning the Katarina. Okay, we certainly saw this Katarina in the previous match on Monday. This is Alan's best champion for sure. It's his one trick, and they definitely do not want him to take over the game with that Katarina. So I'd say it's a very smart ban. We saw Alan Smurf, even though he's on the losing side. So definitely strong champion for him. There was the Kane ban coming out from the freshman. Kane is just a good clearing farming jungler with strong adaptability with his blue and red forms. And he also can reverse walls, which means he's very tricky to catch or tricky to sort of like identify. Vincent, if you could please continue with the bans.
Yep, here we have the Kaisa ban, another champion that we played on Monday. Kaisa is a strong champion with, or considered as like a lot of aggressive team comps. And then here we have the Fiora ban, which is actually quite interesting. She's one of, if not the best duelists in the top lane. She is really well known for her split pushing ability, able to take towers super fast, and of course those vitals giving her that extra true damage, that healing that she needs in those 1v1s. We have the Seraphine ban, and once again another champion that the freshman did play Monday. Lucy played her. Seraphine, one of the strongest supports in the game right now, a ton of utility, and obviously a super strong ultimate that has the potential to charm a bunch of people on the enemy team. And we also see the Yasuo ban. Yasuo seems to have a lot of presence in this battle of classes. Probably just banned to remove like wombo combos with that last breath. And Alvin, would you like to continue with the picks?
Yeah, starting off, we have the Echo first pick. He's a super strong AP assassin that likes to just get in there, do his damage, and get out of there with his Chrono Break ability. Huge dive potential. Seems like it's just a reoccurring theme in this Battle of the Classes. A lot of dive, and Echo's surely one of the best at it. To counter that, we have the Lux and the Ezreal coming from the freshman. Lux just has super good early game with her light bindings, and Ezreal just very good attack damage, very consistent damage. Not the best at taking objectives, but very good at taking kills at a medium to long range. And from the junior side, Jason, you want to continue?
Yeah, so Hecarim, definitely one of the best junglers in the game at the moment. Strong clears, great engage, high tankiness. That horse has it all. And, speaking of tankiness, let's talk about that Tahm Kench, because Tahm Kench is definitely one of the more annoying champions in the game, in my personal opinion. I hate playing against him because, he's super tanky and like he can just simply save a teammate with the Devour. And as Vincent and Albert were talking about earlier, it seems like the comps during this tournament are all about dive. And Tahm Kench is certainly the best counter to dive comps. And speaking of dive comps, we have the Amumu, who is like not as strong as Hecarim in the early game, but definitely has that great ultimate that can just stun everyone in this vicinity. Just a great team fight champion. Vincent, you please continue with the bans.
Yep, already we see that the juniors have banned out the Mordekaiser, a fourth champion that the freshmen have played on Monday. Morg has another strong duelist, and his ultimate has the ability to isolate one target, bring them out to fight, and just he can steal those stats. And then we have the freshman banning out the Riven, the Nasus. Nasus is another strong split pusher like the Fiora ban, and Riven is a strong bruiser that can get a really good flank and really nice engage with that CC. So a good ban from them. And then the Akali, I guess they just want to remove more of Alan's champions, and like Akali has some really strong roams, so definitely they want to get rid of that. Here we see Urgot is picked on the freshman side as a tanky bruiser that can be pretty annoying in team fights, mostly because of his ultimate, which can execute and get that large fear. And the juniors have actually locked in Jin, one of my favorite champions. He has a ton of utility. He can catch up opponents from super long range, and he's a little bit different from traditional marksman because his damage comes from burst rather than just sheer DPS. So very interesting. So I'm going to be very interested to see how he plays this comp, and I would like to continue.
Yeah, so to counter out Urgot, we do see the Shen, and it is a very nice matchup into Urgot. For a couple of seconds, of course, he does have that W ability, the Spirit's Refuge, to counter some of the auto attacks that Urgot has in the early game. But he does a surprising amount of damage for a tank and has amazing split pushing ability with a global ultimate to shield his allies so he can teleport towards them. Just an amazing team player in general. And we do see the Vladimir locked in for the freshman side. And I normally would talk about the last pick here, but since Vincent, you are a master of Vladimir, do you want to talk about this pick?
Yeah, Vladimir has a super good team fight with that Hemo Plague, the way he can just get that huge AoE ultimate and make his entire team deal more damage to the targets that he hits, and also he gets the healing, all that nice stuff. And he can escape a lot of the Hecarim's ganks with his pool, so that's going to be very interesting to see how he plays under that ability. And Alvin, would you like to talk about the top lane matchup here?
Yeah, like I was saying before, we do see the Shen into the Urgot, and with the Spirit's Refuge, Shen is able to block auto attacks for 1.5 seconds, and it's a very strong ability, especially against auto attackers such as Urgot. But after that ability runs out, Shen's gonna have a super hard time against Urgot. Urgot can just completely destroy you with that passive hit of his, as he just circles around you and deals massive amounts of damage. And he has an execute, which especially against these beefy comps and like Shen and Hecarim and Tamkan, it's just gonna be very interesting to see this Urgot. Uh, with that being said, Jason, you want to talk about the jungle matchup because this is pretty interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely a very interesting jungle matchup. I agree with you. Two tanks in the jungle, and both like play kind of like similar roles. You know, they want to dive like as far as they can into the backline and get their ultimates down. And I think they both do it in like relatively different ways. Hecarim is more single target oriented because his devastating charge only hits one person, while Amumu is more like he wants to hit the entire team with that ultimate and with the W burn. And pretty much W is actually really handy here, considering that the entirety of the junior comp is pretty tanky. So very nice pick there. Vincent, please continue with the rest of the matchups.
Yep, we have Echo Vladimir in the mid lane. Echo is just known for being able to shove waves super fast, get some roams off. He's also super safe with that Chrono Break, that basically that second life that everyone knows and loves. He also has a really nice engage with Parallel Convergence, that huge stun field. And obviously, as I was talking about earlier, Vladimir has a good team fight, so they're in lane. They're not going to be very strong, but they're just looking to scale into the mid, that late game, and they just want to excel in that phase of the game. The bot lane, we have Jin, Tom Tench versus the Ezreal Lux. Jin and Tom Tench are just looking to be or play aggressive against that double range bot lane because they are generally pretty squishy. They're probably going to look to lock down the Lux because she lacks a lot of mobility, while that Ezreal can just arcane shift out of there. But conversely, the Ezreal and the Lux are looking to poke out the Jin, Tom Kench and just extend their early lead and also try to secure objectives with that move because of how much lane priority they can get.
Yeah, for sure. And I have to say, this is probably the most conventional team comp we've seen in pretty much all of the tournament. I mean, do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, definitely for sure. I really do like Junior's comp just because it does have Shen. Shen being one of my pocket picks on the Rift. I just naturally have to support the Juniors over here because he does have the Shen, but I do wish the freshmen good luck here because they did have quite a bad day with the seniors last time, and I do want to see them excel here. They have the comp to do it, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of that Shen, that Hecarim Shen dive combo is so strong. Combo that with an Echo, and combo that with like a Tom Kench ulti to help bring anyone else in there. There is so much backline threat on that junior comp.
Yeah, for sure. Just that Shen with the ultimate, and we do actually see the Hecarim taking phase rush with the Ghost ability. So there's just gonna be so much speed, and it's gonna be like they're just gonna be rushing in there, doing their damage, and getting out, getting their resources back, and just rinse and repeat. And we're just gonna have to see if the freshmen can really withstand that burst damage that the juniors have in the team comp.
Yeah, we're finally loading onto the Rift. Gentlemen, how are you feeling? Excited about this third place match?
Yeah, I'm very excited indeed. Stakes are not the highest, but obviously you don't want to go home 4th place. Like that's not what we want to see.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not as excited as I am because Vincent, you have like so many champions.
Yeah,
played here. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, we got that Echo, that Jin. I used to main both of them. That Vladimir, that Ezreal, pocket picked them pretty much mid lane, bot lane. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how they play this.
Yeah, it's defensive team comps on both sides with a spice of Shen in here and there.
Yeah, pretty much. We're finally seeing a bit of a switch up. Normally in the jungle, we've seen both junglers always start the bot side. For once, we are now going to see the Amumu. Actually, I think it's the Derek is starting Raptors this time with that Amumu AoE. So very interesting new pathing here. But I think it's very smart considering that you want to play with that bot lane prio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but both teams just sort of looking around the bush, trying to get vision. And yeah, we do also see Echo taking minion dematerializer, and this is a very, very interesting item that we see over here, and that is from the rune called suitably minion dematerializer. And you have 3 of these, and you can use them on a minion to do more damage. So like Vincent was saying, how Echo has super strong wave clear, this is just going to help him clear the wave super fast and look for those roams into the bot lane and into the top lane to get that early lead.
Okay, I do want to make a correction. I said Derek earlier in the jungle for the freshman side. It is actually Brandon, so apologies there. We're having a little bit of trouble with the names here, but please bear with us. We're doing our best.
Well, we're trying our best at least, but hey, it happens. We all make mistakes. We're all human. Anyways, Alan actually opted to start with that Darksteel. This is kind of like a display of confidence, as that Darksteel can later build into that Mega Soul Stealer and snowball super hard and just start mowing down the junior team. So I'm very interested to see how that Darksteel pays off for him.
And I think we're going to get a bit of early gank here because the Shadow Dash goes down. Bandit Shot does not land, but the Disdain does. And this Shen is in a danger. He's actually taken so low. Probably not expecting that, but Nathan flashes out. And not going to be a first blood just yet. A level 2 cheese gank from Bandit.
Yeah, this is very bad for Shen. He's going to opt to stay in the lane, just take that farm. But Shen without flash is very, very hard to play with, especially against like a lane boy like Urgot. Like I was talking about before, you really only have 1.75 seconds to really do any damage towards Urgot before you really start losing those trades. So not having that flash available is going to make ganks very hard for the blue side, and also you being vulnerable to the ganks from the freshman side.
Yeah, for sure. Even though we thought that Brandon would try to play around that bot side, he actually opted to go for the top lane game, which does definitely set Shen behind, but I do think that the smarter play there was to go for bot side. We're going to see how he decides to play around it in these future minutes of the game. But I definitely don't agree with that decision to gank the.
Okay, but speaking of another decision, there's a oh never mind. I'm so sorry. I thought that was gonna be a kill.
Yeah, that Urgot just dashing out of there and just sort of getting knocked back into his turret. We're just gonna help the Shen, you know. He's gonna get that wave pushed up. Maybe look for it back actually, with this wave shoving in. But yeah, with that back that Amumu took because of that early gank, he was able to get boots and a control ward, which is gonna help him with the early vision as Shen goes in.
Yeah, Shen's gonna go into this game comes down. Remember, the Shen has no flash, and now he has no dash either, which means an easy first blood for Arthur. Oh man, that's probably not the play you want to see.
And Nathan getting a little bit over aggressive there, definitely expecting maybe that wave that he was trying to fight with to help him out in that 1v1 situation, but it just didn't pay out in his favor. So definitely a little bit of a mistake from Nathan, but we're gonna see how he turns.
Yeah, he does have the teleport, chooses not to use it as I think the wave is going to still be shoving to the freshman side? I can't really see the wave state right now, but yeah, it was sort of unfortunate. That's what I was saying, like, Shen really only has 1.75 seconds. I cannot say numbers today. But yeah, a little under 2 seconds to really do any damage. And it seems like it was even, but once that ability goes out, Shen is just a sitting duck. He cannot do anything against that Urgot. And Arthur just really taking advantage of that.
We see an early Diamond actually coming out from Arthur. So that's gonna help him a lot actually in pushing these lanes, and he might be looking to maybe invade the jungle and annoy Sean a little bit, or maybe stop Dewey's mid lane push. Who knows? You know, this Diamond gonna help get him a lot of lane priority.
He can definitely shove that wave in and get a good TP off, maybe around the dragon fight, maybe like secure objectives. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he tries to use that early wave clear.
Yeah. Speaking of that dragon, we see Brandon actually soloing the Mountain Drake here, and I think he's gonna get it. So Alvin, could you please explain what does this Mountain Drake do?
Oh, very close actually, going to basically 1 HP. But he does select for the freshman over here, and that's gonna give the freshman team bonus armor and magic resistance, which is just gonna make him a lot more tanky, and especially with that Urgot and Amumu and the Vladimir, you definitely want to give him bonus armor and MR. It's just gonna help him stay in the fight a lot more. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think it's a lot better for the freshman to secure that Mountain Drake rather than giving it away to the juniors, because the juniors have a much tankier comp. That means that percentage armor that they're gonna get is gonna have more value on that Shen, on that Hecarim, on that Tompkins, that are all gonna build like these defensive items. So it's definitely very good on Brandon's part that he was able to secure it for the juniors.
Yeah, a little bit of trade happening in the bot lane right now. We're seeing that Tam Kench just sort of swallowing the Jhin over there, saving Derek from all that damage. And that's really the power of Tam Kench. It's the reason why you pick him. It's so that you can really protect your AD carry from these like poke comps that we see in the Ezreal and the Lux.
Yeah, for sure. A bit of a slower pace early game than what we're used to, and actually, I think this might be a bit of engage in the top lane. The taunt goes down into the turret, and that ulti is going to land. That Shen is a scrumptious meal, but that is also going to be a gank in the bot lane. The Hecarim has arrived. Sean trying to get the damage down. The Deadly Perch has landed onto Lucy, but they're going to be able to get out there with the light binding. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Dewey has shown up, but he's not going to get damage down. The Chrono Break is going to get him out of there, even though he's going to try to get that kill. He does not. And what an exchange, but freshmen are coming out on top in this early game.
Yeah, super duper well played from Arthur over there, using that execute to finish off Shen, and that was just super duper well played. You know, Arthur was at 1 HP, but that execute, it's just something to watch out, and now with 2 kills on the board, Shen's gonna have a super hard time really dealing with this Urgot.
Urgot's already definitely this really strong early game lane bully, and now he already has 2 kills, both supported by Brandon, or influence I should say. He's just gonna have the ability to extend his lead so far, and Nathan is gonna have a really big struggle because Shen doesn't really have like that strong comeback potential, especially if you're already down 2 kills and a lot of actually no, never mind. The farm's quite even. I was expecting a little bit more of a lead on Arthur's side, but even then, the 2 kill goal is still really strong.
Gank in the mid lane forces the flash out. Devastating charge onto Brandon. The curse of the Sad Mummy actually keeps Sean in place, which means not even the onslaught of shadows is going to help him escape that. A kill goes over to Alan. Very nice counter gank from Brandon.
Yeah, super well played. Using Curse of the Sad Mummy to stun him in place, not allow the Akram to run away. Very well played. Just sort of overstepping their boundaries, of course, but it is a salvageable mistake, and they should be able to come back from this. Still have high hopes for juniors.
Yep, but even then, the freshmen are playing this early game quite well. If they can continue this kind of gameplay, this pace, then they're definitely looking to secure this victory quite convincingly.
Yeah, we just see the freshman bot side is sort of excelling, really shoving back the way towards the junior tower in the bot lane. But I do want to draw your attention to the items right now. As you can see, we were talking about Nathan just falling behind with those 2 kills going on to Arthur. He doesn't even have Bambi Sinner right now, and not even like a Tiamat, doesn't have anything, just like solo components with the ruby crystals and the cloth armor and the boots. Without like even half an item, it's going to be super hard. It's going to be super duper hard for Nathan to really come back after this. He is sort of catching up in terms of gold, just a couple CS behind. As we see,
I'm gonna have to drop it there because devastating charge comes down from Sean. This Dane's get Arthur out of there. Can he escape? It seems like he will be able to. Not sure if that gank seemed a little bit optimistic, and Nathan is going to lose a lot of farm for that.
Yeah, maybe a little bit overzealous on Sean's part. Definitely trying to look for a little bit too much there. And we actually just saw Alan use that Photobell, which he just finished. The first mythic item of the game, giving you that extra AP, that some health, and also a nice dash.
Oh, but it seems like Sean is a little bit surrounded between Alan and Brandon, which means the Hemoblade will just take him down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, is that ulti enough? It does not seem like it passed the health threshold. So that Nate will be living another day, but his jungler certainly isn't.
yeah, just super duper unfortunate. I think Sean right now with the hacker is just sort of overstepping his boundaries. He's already sort of behind in comparison to Brandon in terms of like actual like damage potential, especially since he took the phase rush, which is more looking for those bursty trades instead of the conquer, which is more the elongated trades. But yeah, not able to live out to the Vladimir and the Mumu from the freshman.
Yeah, for sure. That extra item or that extra farm that Alan has over Dewey is proving to be like incredibly effective because this farm lead is just giving him so much more gold, so many more items, extra stats, everything that he needs to excel in this early game. But it seems like the juniors are still able to pick up that ocean. Would you like to explain what that does?
Yeah, so the Ocean Drake gives you a bonus boosting health regeneration, which, again, for a tanky comp that the juniors do have, it's going to be super helpful in getting them to sustain the fights. I do want to bring your attention now to the bot lane because this Jin, he's still 0 kills, 0 deaths, and 0 assists.
Penny's he's also low. It seems like it won't be so. And Brandon has a lot of... Actually, that forced the heal from Thomas. But meanwhile, in the Brandon is trying to go in, trying to get those kills down. But there is going to be a flash from Tenten to get out of there. And I think this bot lane is going to be safe. And a TP, actually, from Arthur. I think they might want to go for the dive here, possibly? It seems like they will.
Yeah, Ragati is tanky enough maybe to tank this tower, but...
Yeah, they even have result, But no, also Shadows actually, Sean is in the back line, trying to get damage done, but he has no follow-up right now, no curtain call, no range, no nothing. and in comes the final spark. It's going to land on the Chanton. Chanton goes down. Chanton is down as well. The Fear Beyond Death, baby, going to take out that Shen. And the freshmen are just completely outpacing the juniors in this early game.
Yeah, that was. It seemed like it was gonna go in favor of the juniors over there, but just the ultimate combinations from the freshman side, especially the Curse of the Sanami over there, with the execution down. And yeah, Dewey is in trouble right now. It seems like he's gonna be okay, living on low HP and dream. But yeah, it was super duper unfortunate. Especially if they did have Nathan's Shen a little bit earlier, even though he doesn't really have a lot of damage right now, just the extra bit of damage that Nathan has with the Shen probably would have finished the job. So a little bit of a late ultimate, but
oh wow! Chanton single-handedly forces the flash from Arthur, so very nicely played from him. But I do want to turn your attention, gentlemen, to the items. So the Vladimir already has that photo belt, and Vincent, you're the expert on Vladimir. Oh, okay, that won't be a kill, but you're an expert on Vladimir, so I'd like you to explain what does photo belt do specifically for Vladimir?
Well, I already explained a little bit what that does, the extra dash, but for Vladimir it's super effective because the extra move speed that you get from the dash is probably the most important part actually about the item for Vladimir, and maybe the mythic passive giving that extra flat magic penetration as well. Movement speed is just a really important stat on Vladimir because you want to chase down your opponents, get in range, get all that damage off with your abilities, your burst combos. So definitely this Rocket Bell is going to help him lock down that Echo, maybe that Jin too. In order
seems like
to...
Brandon has found Sean though. Sean doesn't have the ultimate, it seems like, so he's just walking away, can he get away? The Ghost to Smite, the Barrage, the Final Spark! Oh my god, they threw everything and the kitchen sink at him, and they finally take down that horse.
yeah, it's just such a shame. It's such a shame for Sean. He's just trying to take the River Crab and he just gets caught out by Brandon and there's just nothing he can do. And it's so unfortunate he even popped the Ghost to try to run out of there, but not able to make it out of there alive. Speaking of items though, Vincent, we do also see the Strikebreaker onto Urgot. And Strikebreaker is probably one of the strongest bruiser items right now. It's a short dash that has a slow and a small AoE, and it's very good for Urgot as the...
Alright, seems like Urgot going for that dive. There's a Strikebreaker that I was talking about. Oh no! That ulti was thrown back was so unfortunate.
Yeah. Was he looking in a mirror? I don't thought it that way, but alright. Yeah, I think this is a little bit of a kill opportunity there. Arthur is not aiming his ultimate quite correctly there. But anyways, we also see that the Gale Force has come out onto Jin, giving him a little dash and shoots a bunch of little missiles at the lowest health target. Super good for his burst damage, and also as Jin is a mobile AD carry, that Gale Force giving him a dash that is going to be very helpful for him in team fights where he needs to run away from Vladimir, when he needs to run away from Mumu, anyone. So definitely good item choice there.
Yeah, and they're definitely gonna need some kills right now. I got to say Derek right now, it's very important for him to not really get kills, but to not die. We need to get this gen to the late game as they're going in right now.
Yeah, they're all going in. The same one pool's gonna come down, and Alex is hopping up to take this fight. He's going with that pro belt. He has the side of the blood, but that won't be enough. There's 3 members on you, and I think the Shenel actually came in to stand united to help secure that kill. A kill going over to Dewey.
Yeah, and that's the juniors' first kill of the game there.
Oh, dude, Dewey is in a bit of trouble, but that chrono break is going to break the chains of the Fear Beyond Death. But that is going to be the Dragon going over to the freshman. They're still getting objectives, even though they're losing their mid laner.
Yeah, and he's going back in.
Yeah, he is going back in. Between Dewey's trying to get the fight down, but that's going to Strikebreaker out of there. Alright, so we see all the Infernal Drake go down to the freshman. Alvin, your honor, right here.
Yeah, so by slaying the Infernal Drake, the freshmen get bonus attack damage and ability power, which, you know, with that Ezreal, with that Lux, with that Urgot and Vladimir especially, all the damage that you can squeeze out of them is definitely gonna make them a lot more volatile in these team fights. And we already see how much damage that Urgot actually does, so yeah, it's every bit of attack damage that Urgot can get is gonna make him super duper scary. And even with Shen, you know, having that 1.5 second ability that stops all auto attacks, he's not gonna be living for long. That's just, you know, like extra 2 seconds.
Yeah, Sean found himself in a very sticky situation, very akin to his name, but he's going to get out of there safe and sound with that Hecarim speed. Oh, but meanwhile, the freshmen are taking that Rift Herald. Alvin, again, this is your job.
Yeah, we already saw the Rift Herald previously used in the bot lane. It's going to be again given to Brendan on the Mumu, as Dewey having a little bit of trouble in the mid lane.
Dewey is having trouble in the mid lane, and that trouble is going to be increasing with that Rift Herald being spawned. It seems like the freshmen are trying to get all the outer turrets right here, right now. They're gonna get that mid lane one, and I think the move right now is for them to go to that top lane, get that top turret, and get all that control in the jungle. But oh, actually, okay, the juniors are not going to let that take him down. They are going to try to go for that kill. They get the shutdown onto the current call opens up. One onto Thomas, 2 lands as well. The camera decides just go somewhere else to the mid lane because Thomas is going to live the curtain call. And yeah, there's that turret we were talking about earlier. That this thing goes down. Arthur trying to get the kills, is not going to get much more. Very nice counterplay from juniors.
Yeah, even though they're going to lose their turret in the mid lane, they take advantage of the situation and pick up a kill in the bot lane. And that actually does go over to Derek, who desperately needs this gold to be able to deal a ton of damage in fights and carry. So very well played from the juniors, and they're just trying to make the best of whatever mishaps that they run into.
Yeah, and we do see this rated dirt on the Jhin from Derek over here, which is most likely going to build into the Collector, which is an item that gives you a small execute for all your damaging abilities, and that's going to help Jhin, especially with his lack of, you know, consistent, you know, long-range damage, you know, more focus on the burst. It's going to help Jhin really take out that Urgot and Mumu very, very quickly.
Yeah, speaking of more items, I'm actually seeing an interesting item choice on Thomas. He's building that Phage, meaning he wants to get that Divine Thunder? How do I pronounce it?
That's correct, you got it.
Yeah, Divine Thunder, which even though typically nowadays in the meta you see Ezreal building Essence Reaver and Duskblade, but he seems to be opting for this man-immune Divine Thunder build, which is much better against tanky comps like that Shen, like that Hecarim, like Tahm Kench. So very smart decision to go for the Divine Thunder.
Oh, actually on the map, you can see right now, Dwee's going for that TP, and Chanton is here on the flank. Thomas is in a lot of danger right now. The Onslaught of Shadows just gonna run over Lucy, and that's a double kill going over to Dwee.
Perfect. That was a perfect execution with that teleport, especially with the Tahm Kench coming in with the clutch to really seal the deal over there. But 2 kills going over to Dewey, and he is now 3-0-0. Most likely going to be doing some chip damage onto this turret over here. But that's a lot of gold going over to him. He seems to be building into Nashor's Tooth, which is going to give him 100 ability power and a bunch of attack speed as well. So it's just going to help boost Echo's damage over here. And we do also see the assist going over onto Jhin as well, which is just a little bit of extra gold, some pocket change for him. So a lot of gold going over to the carries, and the juniors might be coming back into this.
Yeah, the freshmen are not able to extend their lead that they got off the Urgot, off the objectives that they're securing, and the juniors are fighting back. They have the superior engage comp, and they're using it to its fullest potential right now with that Tahm Kench and the Hecarim role. So juniors are definitely not going down without a fight here.
Yeah, and we saw this in their previous game actually against the sophomores. If you two remember, they took a beating in the early game, and they still keep fighting and still look for these plays. And we gotta commend like the class of 2022. Their mental strength is out of this world.
Yeah, the Inferno Drake is being started by the freshman over here.
Yeah, seems like we trying to go for the engagement, the chrono break to get him out of there. Can shot it. Oh my god, he steals the dragon! So that means there's no soul point left, and Alan is going to take down the horse. But that is 100% worth it.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what soul point means, it basically means when you reach 3 drakes and you're about to get the Dragon Soul, which is a powerful one-sided team ability that gives bonus effects. And with the Drakes being 2-2, it means that they can contest the next Drake and possibly get more advantage over the freshman side over here. So very nice pickup. Does cost with its life though, but like Jason said, it's completely worth it.
He's engaged here. Tom Kench is a little low here. Kenton has to escape. And meanwhile, Dwee goes in for the flash. He shuts down Alan, but he's going to go down in the process. So Baby on just not going to land. Arthur flashes forward, trying to get the kill. He does. Gets a double kill onto Shantin. And the horse is here trying to get the kill. The onslaught of shadows goes down. Brandon trying to defend his teammate, his top laner. But Nathan is here as well. I think he used the Stand United to get in there with the Shadow Dash shot. The flourish, the Fidelity Flourish has landed, which means that's a kill going over to the Jin. But so does Sean. Sean goes down as well. And that's so many kills going down.
Wow, what a huge fight, huge exchange. But the juniors have lost their tempo. They've been coming back over the course of the game. But those 3 extra kills going over to Arthur once again, it means he's gonna have even more items, more potential to just lock anyone down, and his damage output is gonna pretty much skyrocket. And we saw that Nash's dude already being finished on Echo, how much power it just gave him in that fight. The way he was just fluently going through everyone, kind of like a tidal wave or something, you know, like ebb and flow kind of thing. And even though that Ash Tooth buy was very effective, he did end up losing his own life for it. So definitely, we're gonna have to see how the juniors want to engage in future fights, because they were very split in that situation.
Yeah, and we can see the Urgot, 6 kills, 0 deaths, and 2 assists with a 650 gold bounty. They really need to slay Arthur over here, beyond all costs.
Yeah, it seems like Dwee is going to try to do that. The parallel conversion goes down, not going to land the stun. And Arthur is way too strong, so Dwee is trying to retreat, trying to get to his teammates. But Alan is on that flank. He might be able to catch it. No, he does not decide to go for it. So Dwee is going to get out of there safely.
Yeah, Dwee just barely hanging on with his life. Arthur was not able to get that execute over there because Dwee was not at low enough HP. So pretty unfortunate, but it is definitely going to be crucial for the juniors to try to make the best of the situation. Try to take out that Urgot in some sort of outmanned fashion, where they sort of go for that 2v1, even 3v1 play, just to take out Arthur, because they need to stop his progression over here. He's a full item.
Oh, there is an engaged top lane. Here comes Brandon still with a banner toss. He managed to land on Dwee, but Dwee has the Z-Drive resonance, which allows him to get the extra speed. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. He gets another banner toss onto him, and he does have the ultimate, I believe, the Curse of Sad Money. But then keep it in place. There's the Corona Break right there, and I think the Shadow's there too. So Nathan trying to defend his teammate. Can he save him out? Yes, he will. The Mumu goes down, and the Arthur is trying to get out of there. Will he be able to? Yes, he will. And Chanton trying to get it, but this Dane going to get out of there. They are not going to be able to secure that Urgot shutdown. Actually, they're going to try to go for it. Heckrup is here, and the onslaught Shadows gets the shutdown. Sean finally takes out that Urgot, but here comes Alan, and action just does not stop, man. The play going to take him out, and the TP going down. Alan a little bit overzealous here. Same when Pool goes down as well, and oh my God, that's nothing. Okay, I did not see that one coming, actually. Chanton manages to fall to that true shot barrage, and Dwee going for a little bit of damage onto Alan, but he's going to be able to run out of there safely. And wow, that was a long sequence of events. I did not expect it to go that long.
Yeah, an incredibly spontaneous sequence of events. There's so much just happened, and I can't even remember. I'm supposed to be the one that's remembering it. So that's why the action's crazy. That true shot barrage, very good snipe, and also Alan coming in with that burst combo onto Sean to seek vengeance for killing Arthur. So very interesting course of events right there.
Yeah, definitely that true shot barrage definitely saved the play for the freshman, and just his first kill actually for the Ezreal over here, and that's just gonna get him on the board. And as this Drake spawns over here, this is gonna be contesting for the 3rd Drake for both teams.
Yeah, but Dwee isn't here, and he doesn't have teleport, so he's going to opt for the split pushing instead. Sean is taking so low. The flash, actually, and the Hemoflex into the core belt. So much damage, which means that's going to be an easy secure of the dragon. And now the freshmen are on soul point. They have a very good win condition here.
Okay, wow, this Vladimir is actually so strong right now. He's doing so much damage to everyone. He already has 3 items finished, that Proto Belt, that Atomic Drive, that Void Staff, also using nice AP, Atomic Drive with that ability hits, and Void Staff with that magic penetration. He is just beginning to burst down even the tankiest targets, and that's mostly because Sean's not actually building magic with this to try and dealing with.
Okay, freshman. So it seemed like they were going for the Baron, but they're opting to go for Dwee instead. Dwee has Thornbrick and he has Splash. So he actually does have a really good chance of getting out here, even though he's on the behind enemy lines. And yeah, you know, that kill onto Sean earlier. Remember, that guy does not have any magic resistance. So that Vladimir is practically doing like 2 damage with that Void Staff. And the freshmen now are opting to go for this Baron. All of them are alive, but Dwee has back and he doesn't have teleport, which means they do have the numbers advantage. Here comes Sean, trying to go with the Onslaught Shadows. He's trying to get the vision, but he does not. The Baron is not low enough to steal the smite. Alan trying to keep the rest of the members at bay here, and I think the freshmen are going to be able to safely secure this Baron.
Yeah, this Baron's gonna give him the ability to empower nearby minions. It's gonna help him siege towers very, very quickly, which they seem to want to do right now. They're trying to shut this mid lane right now. Might be looking to get that mid inhibitor with this Baron.
Oh my god, oh my god, he just one-shots Brandon and just gets out there a hit and run if I ever saw one.
Yeah, but man, Sean trying to go in for that Baron steal, trying to get vision, but it was just way too ambitious. He has almost as many deaths as his own team has kills, so he's definitely struggling to find footing quite a lot in this game right now. Even though that Hector is supposed to be really strong with that Shen ultimate, that Stand United for that shield to engage, and we're seeing the amount of farm that Alan has right now, over 300. It's really playing into into the course of this game right now because of how many items he's able to get. So yeah, Alan is really strong right now, and Sean is just struggling to find footing in this game.
Yeah, we can see this Baron buff right now. All the minions are purple. Means they are strong, and they're just trying to take out this turret here. But all 5 members right now surrounding this mid turret. Seems like it might be a stalemate. No, Dwee's going.
No, the parallel convergence actually goes down, but it's not going to find anyone. And Dwee's taking it so low, he's forced to use that Chrono Break. And here comes Future Blast, and oh my god, the freshmen are just rolling over the juniors right now. They get 3 for nothing, and this actually might be the game-winning push right here.
Yeah, they have a huge wave. They have the Baron buff to get those minions.
Alan going for more. Oh, that is going to be nom. That is a last meal for that Urgot, because that's probably going to be the game winning right here. Freshmen have, you know, they've struggled so much against the seniors, but they are making it count. Lucy gets the ace, and you know, again, like I said earlier, the freshmen struggled so much in the first day, but the second day for them, they're going to be able to take the win here in a very commanding victory over the juniors.
That was just such a nice game from the freshmen. Just a couple of hurdles that they had to step over the juniors, because the juniors are just so resilient in their team fighting. But freshmen able to pull out the amazing play, taking out Dwee in the beginning of the fight, along with Chantin, and they're just able to seal deal, taking out the Nexus with the Baron buff.
Yeah, incredible display of skill from the freshmen here. Oh, I mean, the way they just played early game was impeccable, and the way that the juniors just couldn't fight back at all, no matter what they tried. Trying to secure objectives, trying to secure kills on the other side of the map. It just wasn't enough, and the freshmen are just able to stomp them.
Yeah, and it really just shows how fast a game can really sway into another team's favor, because it seemed like Dwee, you know, he was getting very powerful. He had like, what, 6 kills with a bunch of items, and he was super duper powerful. He was able to just one-shot Brendan on the Mumu. But just one overstep, trying to go for that assassin play on the front line, trying to take out I believe the Vladimir or the Urgot, I forget right now, but just overstepped his boundaries and wasn't able to find the kill, and ended up costing both him and his teammates' life.
Yeah, for sure. Very nice victory for the freshmen. Very proud of them to be able to, you know, come back from that little beating they had from the seniors. And they secured themselves 3rd place. And the juniors, you know, they fought hard. I still want to give them a round of applause. They may have gotten 4th, but it certainly doesn't feel that way. They fought to the very end, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, thank you for watching, and of course, make sure to follow EV Cruise on Twitch to catch more matches. Our next stream is going to be the Minecraft Bed Wars finale on April 26th, Monday at 4:30. Don't want to miss that. And on Wednesday, April 28th, is going to be the League of Legends finale at 2:30 for first place, seniors versus sophomores. That is going to be an interesting match. What do you think, gentlemen?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I mean, of course, I want the seniors to win, but my fellow
Of course, I
Captain
want the
Defense are
sophomores to
here.
win.
So, yeah, it is the seniors versus sophomores over here, so might get a little heated here, but we just have to see who wins at the end.
Vincent, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see the sophomores versus seniors match. Obviously I'm already in sophomore class, and I want to see brother's class get taken down by my own. So I'm very excited to
Thank
see that
you.
result.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Remember, all of next week is pretty much all of the finales of all the esports that we've been playing so far in this month. So stick around. Don't want to miss any of it. And thank you so much for watching.
Sierra at Tahoe's season passes are on sale now, as the closest major ski